Well, Dave, you gave it a real go at the end. How did that one get away from you, though, do you think?
It got away from us in a 20-minute period, didn't it? At 3-0 down. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain, and I guess, as we've just discussed, individual mistakes at key moments in time that have cost us. And it's not a criticism of individuals; they happen. But there's a couple of moments where one mistake leads to a second mistake, leads to a third, and we had a 20-minute spell where we got too many things wrong. Bristol Rovers, from their experience, capitalised. And clearly at that moment in time given themselves a really good opportunity. The last 10 minutes, listen, you can't criticise the ability to get right after the game late on to almost get back in, but it's almost, the game's done really by then. We did have a couple of chances at 3-2 where maybe we'd want to convert late on, but ultimately we've given ourselves a mountain to climb, really.
And as a manager, you talk about those individual mistakes. You can't legislate for that. You can set up a team, but you don't plan for that to happen, obviously.
Yeah, there's loads of moments and actions in games with decisions to make, and at key moments in time, they credit Bristol Rovers. They asked lots of questions of us at key moments with balls around the box and balls in the feet, and we didn't have the answer at those moments. First 45 minutes, I think we had the best chance. First 45 minutes in the first half. Sorry, I thought only chance really was from the edge of the box shot, which we hit the target. That aside, there's very little in the first 45 minutes, and we're trying to encourage the players to deliver what they did in the last 10 minutes and try and get on the front foot. And if we'd have played a little bit higher up the pitch in that 20-minute period, we probably would have had a little bit more joy. So, but we didn't. Evidently, the result goes against us, and we need to find a way. 6 straight defeats. That's not how any manager wants to start their reign. How much is that hurting you at the moment? Yeah, I mean, of course, it's we thought we'd had a reasonable first 2 performances, first 2 games. We'd had and then from there, I guess, late on we lose the game at Grimsby, and from there we've lost pretty much. Apart from last week, we've lost each game by a goal. So yeah, it's. Nobody likes to lose. Players don't like to lose. We don't like to lose. Ultimately, we have that lies with me. And that's a conversation I'll have with the players, and ultimately the buck stops with me, doesn't it?
Those types of individual mistakes we talked about, they happen when you're on a losing run. Is confidence an issue, do you think, because of what's going against you at the moment?
I wouldn't have said that in the first 45 minutes. I definitely wouldn't have said confidence was an issue in the first 45. It's managing momentum. So we go 1 down, and you've then got to reset, refocus, try and ensure that we stick to the principles of how we want to play, and try and stay up the pitch, and try and be a bit more progressive with our play. We were in the game in the first 45 minutes without actually. We were competitive. There was nothing in it, 2 sides really, and I guess we hand them 3 points with 2 mistakes and 2 errors.
There are some Newport fans who are already worried that this is going to be a relegation battle for you this year. It is very early in the season. How do you see it?
Very early. Yeah. Look, what do I think? I think my view is we've got some talent in the group. We need to get our group on the pitch on a Saturday. Everybody fit, everybody ready. I mean, as a group of staff and a group of players, we're working every day to ensure that we're putting the team out to represent the club in a way that is befitting. We made some mistakes for sure. They cost us the game at key times, but the lads, they don't go out to make those mistakes. They're in precious situations, and they made those errors. Our job is to try and ensure they don't happen again.
How do you lift the team then for next week at Tranmere?
As we did after the disappointment of Cambridge. I mean, we lost at Cambridge, and the performance for us was not where we had been. In spells today, for large spells, I thought the levels of performance were really, really positive. Look, the reality is, goals win game, performances are important, but the result is the most important. We're on the wrong end of the result today. That lies with me. I'll have a look at myself and look whether I could have done anything differently to prepare the players in a way for today before I question the players.
Dave, how long today? Thank you.
No worries, thank you.
How important was the late fight back in terms of the takeaways from the game?
Well, it shows the level of the players' intent to keep going and never give up, and that's important. That spark, Kai Whitmore, when he comes on, provides a huge spark. He did that prior to the injury. He's an important player for the team. He epitomises everything that we're about. We were desperate for him to play for longer, but clearly that was out of the question. So yeah, I've got. I think some of those moments to fight back just shows the spirit and that the players have. I would never question that anyway, you know.
And a nice debut goal for Nathan as well.
Yeah, he's come in, been really positive. He'd had an injury at the end of last season, so we were just trying to assess and look at where he was at in terms of being ready to play or ready to start. He's got a fantastic demeanour and personality. He's got some pace, some technical ability, and he'll be really good for us.
How did you think Sammy did? It was a tough one to come into, I guess.
Yeah. Some really good moments. He found a way at times under pressure. Really calm, really composed, picks a pass. He's going to learn significantly about landing on second balls and being in a position to land on it and get us playing. And so, yeah, I was really pleased with the two guys who came into that.
There was a few names missing. Is that just the case? Have you got a bigger squad now, and some people are going to miss out with their injuries?
A couple of niggles and bumps and bruises. So yeah, weren't in a position to be available today. So yeah, that's the nature of the games are physical, challenging, and clearly we pick up some bumps and bruises along the way.
Do you expect any to be available for next week?
Yeah, we hope so. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
No worries.